Greetings and salutations. And today we're going to be sentencing Mephone4 for his felonies. And honestly, I'm pretty sure he's the worst host out of all of them I sentenced so far. And after I do Mephone4, I might do the rest of the Inanimate Insanity characters. And if I do those characters, once I'm done with them, any other object show character, any object show that I haven't sentenced yet, I'll probably get more object shows. But if I do, I'll do it in the order of what I saw first. Anyways, the first thing that Mephone4 does are safety violations. He makes everyone jump off of a 60-foot cliff, which should be okay for everyone if they land into the water. But if they don't land in the water, they land in elephant feces. And then they sink in it, making it like quicksand. Which, that is enough to get him in prison for as long as he's alive. Already, with life in prison with Mephone, let's get every time he's used the fist thingy on somebody. He's used it way too many times throughout the series, to where I can't even count. So I'm going to count this as mass assaults and give him life in prison again. Well, he's even worse than the announcer and 4 combined. And he's definitely worse than 2. Other than the fist thingy, he's imprisoned so many people. I'm going to count this as mass unfair imprisonment and give him life in prison again. And at this point, definitely nobody deserves this one, because Mephone4 is the worst host out of all of my sentences so far. So life in prison for this guy. Oh look, now I have to give him even more life in prison charges, because he commits more safety violation charges. And he encourages everyone to throw rocks at each other on top of platforms to hit each other, which again counts as life imprisonment. We're gonna give him life imprisonment for this one. Okay, will he ever stop with the safety violations? Because then later on, he puts sharks into the ocean below the crappy cliff once again, which is even worse. So life in prison again. The way he's always eating the cookies like a fat slob and not sharing it with the contestants is illegal itself, but not illegal enough to get arrested for it. Oh look, more safety violations. He encourages everyone to use a slingshot to slingshot themselves across the ledge. So you know what? Once again, life imprisonment for this guy. All the times he's shattered light bulb or popped balloon, that's life in prison. And more safety violations? Really? Really? Where he encourages all the debuters to shoot each other with paint blasters. Yeah, whenever they blast each other with paint blasters, it's explosive. So that's life in prison again for mass murder. Then he throws a leaf, which isn't even a leaf, which is green metal. He throws green metal at Marshmallow, which is a month in jail. His first non-life in prison sentence. More safety violations. Every obstacle course he he builds is gonna be life in prison because, well, unless it's safe. If it's dangerous, life in prison. Oh yeah, and every time he shatters OJ is life in prison. Anytime he shatters someone who is made of glass, that's gonna be a life in prison sentence. Now we finna skip right on to season 2. Already charged him for unfair imprisonment. So the only thing we can charge him for is the following: having everyone fight on top of an ice glacier, and if they fall into the water, they'll probably freeze to death and turn into ice and die at that. So you know what? Life in prison again. Does this guy ever stop with the safety violations? Then he kicks Toilet into the pool in episode 3. That's a month in jail for assault. Yep, it looks like Mephone4 is going to jail for way more than just a day. He's going to jail for life. Then he makes fake tickets, which is counterfeiting. You know what? That's gonna be a year in jail for every time he counterfeit. Now, unlike the other 2 seasons, I would say this is fair imprisonment every time someone got eliminated because they were allowed to leave once they got into the island, but they all decided to stay. Well, minus OJ, Fan, and Paintbrush. And Clover too, but Clover got away with it. OJ, Fan, and Paintbrush didn't, though. So there's no sentence for this one. Destroying Balloon and Nickel's sandcastle isn't illegal, as it's just a sandcastle. I don't think you would go to jail for destroying a sandcastle. And guess what? He even makes a fake law that laughing is illegal. He's not the police. What is he, the laughter police? Now this is definitely getting... let me see. This one's gonna get... let me think. 10 years in prison just for that. Then he encourages the contestants to train their pets just because they ate all his snacks to murder each other. That's incitement, so that's life in prison. Then he causes Taco's death. Yeah, I get Knife was the one who said all those mean things to get Taco to break into taco pieces. But it was Mephone4's fault for even setting up this challenge to tell the truth, or else your platform would go down. So Mephone is getting life in prison for not only emotional abuse, but also murder. Yep. Then we learn Mephone has created all of these contestants to be the way they are. So you know what? Since they were created like this, I guess all the contestants are free to go, I guess. I'm not even gonna bother with the contestants, just the host, Mephone4. But Mephone4 is getting a life sentence for this. Then he emotionally abuses Toilet all those years back. So that's another life sentence for him. Wow, I guess he isn't the worst host. I guess the announcer is, because once again, this is the second time a host has apologized. So since Mephone4 has apologized for everything, I guess he's pardoned and is free to go, which means he's not locked up anymore. So Mephone is in jail for 0 days. Mephone is free to go and doesn't have to go to jail at all.